Well, hello there, everybody. Wee Paddy from across the shock. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm over the moon today. I'm Mr. Happy Irishman. You couldn't annoy me if you tried. Um, I have just bought my first G.E.C knife, and I bought it from a lovely man over in America called Mr. Gear Bear to most of us who would know him, but Wesley, as I know him now, um, gave me a lovely deal on the knife, and as usual with Mr. Gearbear, he was over generous in what he sent me over, and we had a hell of a wait. God love him, I'm sure he panicked. It took about 2.5 weeks to get here, but I found out this morning it was customs here. It had been held up in customs, so they had got it. It's only the second time that's happened to me, to be honest. Customs, I've been very lucky with customs. So, anyway, it's done and it's here. I had no fear that it was on the way. A real honest gentleman to deal with. And you'll hear him on LTK. He sells a lot of his knives on LTK and he sells them privately. But LTK always lets you know when he's selling something. And I can vouch for him 100%. Absolutely. Do you know, I nearly said 110%. I hate people who say that. So, what have I got? Well, look, I've opened the box because I just couldn't wait. I got this morning, and then with the kids and grandkids around, and I haven't got a chance to do the video. So, I've opened the box, and just to let Mr. Gearbear see, there's the customs. This is the customs and excise form. They'd got it and opened it up, but thankfully, they were very nice to me. They charged very little, which is unusual for customs to be nice. This is a little card that he sent me. I'm not sure. I think that's not sure what flag that is, but anyway, he sent me that there. So I shall use that as a coaster. Joking. It's a lovely card, and inside it, he has sent me the beautiful knife that I had bought off him. But if you can see in the top of there, that doesn't say G.E.C. This is something else he sent me, which I am over the moon with. I've always seen these and wanted them, and I've never got round to buying one. And I've no real reason why not, because I love CRKT. As you know, I've got a couple of them. But I always thought it's just beautiful. It really is a lovely little knife. I think this must be the small version. I'm not sure. It's the Ken Onion Ripple. I've seen ones on TV and they seem bigger. This is just my size of knife. It's absolutely beautiful in my hand. Absolutely stunning. And it flies out. Absolutely flies out. Look at that there. So I'll read up on that and I'll do a review on this alone. I absolutely love it. It's going to get a good sharpening and bring it up to well, bring it up to what I think is sharp. But he threw in wee things. This is just Mr. Gabriel. This is just how nice he is. He threw in, I think this is the cord for, if you're carrying something, you can put it on it, a string. I'm not sure. I'll sort that one out. Oh, no, hang on. He said, what did he say that was? Oh, it's a torch lanyard. And to be honest, I've just got that big torch. That would actually do lovely for that big torch I got. And then he also sent me he had got me a couple of Benchmade clips. And I love this silver one. I think this is going to be going on my 940. Definitely, it's a lovely clip. So he got me two of them with their screws. Again, for no reason other than doing it. And then the pièce de résistance. Look at that. I can't tell you, when I opened this up this morning, when I knew it was down the post office and my brother and my wife nipped down in the car and got it for me, and I can't tell you the excitement I had over a piece of metal and bone. It is just out of this world. So we look at the top because that's the way to do. It's the 78, the G.E.C 78, which is the pattern. The 2, it designates the spear blade, I believe. It's a one-bladed knife made in 2017, and it's elderberry jig bone. I love these little tubes. Obviously, it's the first one. I love high carbon steel, 1095. ex-bushcrafter. I loved it. It sharpens so easily, and it sharpens to a great um, sharp finish. My words are all confused. I'm just so excited today. This is one of the nicest knives I have in my collection now, and I've got so many now, and I've got so much to be grateful for. So it's a number 78 American Jack, and what a great knife for an old Paddy to get for his first G.E.C. as an American Jack, because it's not just the Americans, but an awful lot of Americans have helped me in this channel, and I truly, truly appreciate the help I've had, be it just kind words or be it with the gifts. Um, Look, all my subs are important, all be good, but there's been so many that have been American, and I have to say that that is the truth. They have been so helpful, kind, and generous. So I thank them so very much. And I've also had people in Europe as well, and Canada and Australia that have been just as kind. So I'm just not. I'll just say everybody, but it's been enough. You know what I mean. God, I'm going to get myself in trouble now. So here we go. I'm gonna now. What I've got here, I've got um, my other modern traditional, my lion steel. Oh, why am I opening that up? And I see them on the TV doing this. Oh, you can't do. Oh, yeah, it's just it. Right. So you pop it open with that, and then it comes out, and it's in this the wax paper. I'll put that there, and it's in this lovely wax paper. And just look at that. Just look at that little beauty. And I just couldn't get the smile off my face. Look at that. Look at the colour of that bone. Look at the structure of the bone on the knife. Those lovely brass rivets that are domed and polished. The lovely, you've got two ends on it. You've got a cap at this end and then the bolster. I'm learning, you see. And these are covers. And the Tidiute sign you can see is pinned on it. And it's just everything about it. Look at the back. Let me show you the back. There's not a gap. There's not a gap round that whole knife. Now, Mr. Gamer West had told me that the blade was off a bit. It wasn't true centered. And it's not. It's a little bit off, but it's not rubbing at all. It's absolutely beautiful. You see when I take it out, there's no rubbing on this blade. And look at this. Look at that for a spear blade. Huh? Look at that. An African tribesman would be over the moon with a spear like that. That is just absolutely beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. I have been stroking this now for about 3 hours. I'm sure it took about a millimetre off the top of it. It is just inside. It's so clean and tidy. And look at that blade. It has neither been used to cut a bit of paper, except that I done this afternoon. I gave it a quick wee tiny strop just to bring her. Look, this is the sort of thing that I've noticed. You see the way they even have this done into the metal? It is so neat, tidy and clear and deep. It is absolutely, look at that. And that's G.E.C. And this is the new, they used to put TIW, I think, for the Tidiute factory. Now it's CAR for carbon. And then there's the numbers we've gone through on the knife. I believe that's right. But I just look at the thickness of that blade stock, and look at the thickness of that tip. That tip is just an absolute gem. It is no delicate flower that at all. That whole blade stock, and it's a lovely flat grind. It's so thin behind the grind. It slices telephone paper like anything. And I'm not even going to show you that. I'll do that when I do the review of the knife. This is just a quick hello and look at it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to carry this knife for 2 weeks solid. And I'm going to use this as my everyday use for 2 weeks solid, so that I can give a genuine review on it, because it is my first G.E.C. I'm just a wee bit excited. And I know I bought it as well, or my wife bought it, I should say. She gave me the money to buy it, and I am very grateful to her too. So I'm a very lucky boy, and I feel it today. So I'll give you a couple of comparisons. There's my modern traditional with my now G.E.C. Now, they're near enough exactly the same size. That's the lion steel dome, the sheep's foot, and they're exactly the same size. So that 78 pattern is obviously quite a familiar pattern within the knife community. And what have I got here? There's my Benchmade, and that's the bug out. So it's not that much, it's not a big knife, but it is. I can't tell you just how beautiful it looks. I love the look of this Dom. I still do. I think it's the most beautiful knife. I think it's so well built, but it is modern. And I love it for that. I don't love it any less because it's modern. I love it, but there's something about this bone has just got me today. I'm just totally gobsmacked. I just love this tribute sign on it and the way the tiny little pins through it. It's just beautiful. The attention to detail and that big clip on it, or not clip, the sort of the nail nick. And you can actually pinch it. The walk and talk, which I now know, is beautiful. It's got the half stop. Now, what you can do is you can pinch it. You don't have to use the nail nick, although I always have reasonably length nails. They're bogging, as you can see there. But over the moon, just the most beautiful start to every day. I wish every day could start just like that. So I'm going to put that away. Now, the other nice thing about it is I had got that dome, so I've got a nice, I haven't even tried this in here yet. Can you listen to that? It's just beautiful. So this is a collector knife. So if the dome fits in there, I would say this must fit in as well. Oh, it does. Oh, it's even nicer than the dome. So I've got a nice leather case to carry it about if I'm going outside. So there, it's even nicer than it was before. I'll give you one last wee look at her. I just think this is lovely. Hit this wee. There we go. Isn't that just beautiful? So, thank you very much for looking. Thank you very much for enjoying my excitement on both the knives that he sent me, but in particular this one. I have waited so long to get a G.E.C. This is worth waiting for. And to be honest with you, do you remember I said when I got my grill knife that I probably, yeah, I'm starting to get that feeling again. So I'm on the lookout now for more G.E.Cs. Now you take care, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing my enjoyment. Sorry I went on a bit long. Take care. All the very best. Paddy.